So yeah, Big G, man. What game y'all was playing, man? You said you got done playing games with the family.
Man, listen, we played this game called Hitster off the freaking hook. But you got to have a smartphone to do it because it's all them little digital scan things, man. And then we got in another game called and a Boomer. And it's like either you're a baby boomer or not, and you got to know answers to questions. But the game we got down with the best was that dang on Uno No Mercy. Uno No Mercy is a game changer. My family pissed off at me right now. It's ridiculous, dog. If you don't have it out there in podcast land, make sure you get Uno No Mercy. Please get it.
Wait, is this a different type of Uno you talking about?
Oh my God. It's the greatest Uno game ever made.
Uno's a dangerous game anyway, man. I don't like the new Uno. I'm not a fan of it. They want you to trade your whole hands and everything. I don't want to do all that.
Oh yeah, you can. Every ghetto rule that exists is all. Dang. Oh look! Oh, we got him. Got him.
Who was that for?
Fine. Fine.
No, I wasn't talking. I was pointing at you.
For what?
That was for you because your mic reverbed about 30 seconds ago. I said I was trying to say.
Is it still messing up?
No, you good right now, but it did a second ago.
Oh yeah, somebody upstairs on the internet. but
find yourself.
Double fine. Double fine. But hey, man, but listen, that Uno No Mercy got every ghetto rule that exists, man. Every ghetto rule. Oh my God, it's so fun, man. It's so fun. You can draw up to 40 cards at one time.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't like it at all. Tate, man, you got a house full of people. How was your holiday?
Oh man, it was good, man. It's my brother, his wife, my nephew, his son, his daughter. She live out here, but she over here for the weekend. My sister, her husband, they 3 kids, and my mom. Everybody, full house. The kids just went to bed at 8:00. So when I get done with the potting, we probably had we played poker last night, man. I took everybody bread, of course. My brother would be mad at it right now because he did lose on a bad beat. But yeah, man, it's been great so far, man. They've been here since Wednesday. Obviously, we ate yesterday. We ate leftovers today. You know, my brother here, we getting ready for that O State game tomorrow. We're going to get
it popping.
Pizza and wings in the morning because you got to have it by noon, right? So, no, it's been really good, Pay. It's been really good. What about you, man?
I didn't do nothing much, man. I was in the house watching football, eating, editing. That's all I did yesterday, man. I ain't do nothing. I ain't go home to see none of the fam. I just text everybody and say, hey, look, happy holidays. Y'all be easy. I'm watching sports.
You the best holidays is Thanksgiving and Christmas, man. You can't stay away from the Shy because of the cold on them holidays, man.
Oh, I didn't stay away because of the cold. I ain't stay away because of the cold. I stayed away because I was there 3 times the last 2 months. I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to go back. Okay.
Hey, if everybody didn't know, I thought about this because I watched their podcast. Y'all watch the All Things Covered podcast with Brian McFadden and Patrick Peterson?
I watched a little bit of it, man.
Yeah, I watch it. I don't watch a whole episode all the time, but I watch enough of it. I know. Well, McFadden and Peterson is cousins. Pat P is cousins.
Yeah.
They the same relationship as me and you, Pay. McFadden's dad and Pat P's grandma's brother and sister. Yeah. So, and it seems like Pat P always deferred to McFadden. So I think it's some just homage and respect in your elderly cousin, man. So pay that to me all the time, Pay.
Speaking of which, your cousin, you said your brother's in town, Damon Tate. We friend of the pod. He had something to say about the latest Pay Dirt episode. He called us. What did he say about us? What did he call us?
Well, you and B Dirt stayed away from the Michigan Ohio State game, and then you went from that to picking the Nebraska Iowa game. He called y'all the Floyd Mayweather of picks.
Hey, Hey, they deserve a take a lap sign, and we ain't even got the show started already, man. That's ridiculous, dog. How you gonna pick the Iowa-Nebraska game? Come on, man. Come on.
Pay and B-Dirt got to take a lap.
I don't want no parts of it. You know, that's what B-Dirt is at, everybody. B-Dirt's not gonna. He may or may not show up for overtime, but B-Dirt is in Ann Arbor. You know, he's throwing a few back already. If you know him like I know him, he's getting ready for the big game. We'll talk about that on overtime. But right now, let's get into this AFC North talk.
Yeah, facts. Tate, kick it. Let's do it. Hey, Pay, even before we get started, man, the live chat is lit up like my new background Christmas tree over there, bro. But listen, if y'all are in the podcast, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you get them algorithms jumping off tonight, man. We need to get them rhythms rocking and rolling so that way that people know about the Pump Your Brakes podcast on FFSN, Steel Curtain Network. My boy Payday, Tate Boy Fresh, and Big G in the building. Let's do what we do. Let's go, Pay. And they're going to get it lit up for us tonight for sure. Let's go.
You know it, G, man. Get those rhythms going. Like you said, those go rhythms. Get them going.
The go. The go rhythms. Go. Go rhythms.
All right. So we usually start with the Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati portion before we have our second segment where we get into the main event, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to switch it up this week. Let's talk about this big news in the division. G, you've been asking for since we started this show. You've been praying for it.
Hey, man.
Canada, he's gone.
Hey, man, I showed it on the Pump Your Brakes podcast on Wednesday. I'm going to show it again tonight on the Homies podcast. It's adios, muchachos, to Mr. Matt Canada, dog. It's adios, muchachos, my friend. They done changed his key code. They done packed all this stuff up in black garbage bags. He has no entry to the Steelers facility at all. Goodbye, good riddance, and see you later, bro. Adios, muchachos, my friend.
I will take on this, man. It's a little cold to fire a man on the holidays, right? Tate, man. Didn't he deserve at least get to week 18, man? What's up with this?
Almost got him, Peg.
No. Hey, man. It was time, man. I mean, he wasn't doing enough. I mean, we can't just be, friendly because it's the holidays, man. This is a results and production oriented business. And he's gotten neither. So I mean, I tried to take up for I wasn't one that was putting all the blame on Matt Canada, and I'm still not. But nice. Hopefully, if the guys were not like feeling him, if you're not feeling your supervisor, most places you're gonna get fired, right? Yeah. Like that's the supervisor. In this particular situation, the players are worth more than the coach. They make more. Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, Kenny Pickett. You're not going to fire all them. Canada had to go.
That's all facts, bro. That's straight facts.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't getting results. I think you guys are still 30th in offense on for the year. The last game, Kenny Pickett wasn't showing that progression that you all have been looking for into his second season, that second year bump. And it's been up and down. He's had some good comebacks. He had some good fourth quarter performances, but the consistency throughout the game from week to week, it ain't been there. So while I agree that it needed to happen, and in most cases sooner better than later, you guys are
6-4.
Yeah, trying to win a division, right?
Yeah,
so you got better sooner than better sooner than later. However, I don't know, man. He only had 7 weeks left on his contract.
Well,
Could have stalled him
I
out,
think
man.
this is where me and Tate separated, though, as far as our take, right? I told Tate I feel Kenny Pickett's got a 2-game tryout. If he don't win these next 2 and look a lot better versus the Cincinnati Bengals and the Arizona Cardinals, Kenny Pickett's to the bench, dog. Kenny Pickett's to the bench. He's to the bench. He's to the bench, and we're going to put in Mason Rudolph, bro, because we're going to try to win the season. We're going to try to win the season. At least get a couple of dubs and make the playoffs.
We've been podding for a long time because you was reading my mind. My segue was already teed up. I was about to say, if Kenny Pickett, if he continues looking like this, I was going to ask, is it time to put Mitch in?
Yeah. No, not Mitch. Never Mitch. we going to Mason Rudolph, dog. KPA going to the bench, though. He better win these next 2. He better win.
Let me understand this. You're going to skip your quarterback 2 and go right to quarterback 3.
Because it's the same results. He plays just like it. You got, in order for the offense to be to look a little different as far as a different spin, you got to bring the quarterback in that knows the offense without a shadow of a doubt, who has a big arm, but he's a sitting duck as far as a target is concerned. And that takes the pressure off of him having to make plays as a quarterback to get the ball into the hands of the playmakers. Get it to Warren, get it to Freiermuth, get it to Najee Harris, get it to Pickens, get it to Deontay Johnson, get it out of your hand. And he can throw the long ball better than any quarterback on our team. So, there's Calvin Austin that's got an actual shot to make a catch in the game too. So Tate said the rest, KPA get the rest. I say he get 2 games, bro.
Why you want him to get the rest of the season, Tate? Is it just because he's still in the second season and he is the starter? He should be able to at least get that much that amount of rope.
Well, first, adios, muchachos, to Matt Kennedy.
Yes, sir. Adios.
But in regards to KP8, man, I said on Pump Your Brakes to G and the Triple O G homie Shannon, man. I said if the Steelers win these 2 out these next 3 games, but win ugly, they may make a change. But if they lose 2 out of 3, he gonna keep the job because 1, they probably gonna be out of playoff contention, and 2, they need to know what they have completely going into next season. There is no getting better or coming back with Mitch or Mason. If they win 2 and look bad, one of those guys might get a chance. If they lose 2, Kenny keeping the job for the next 5 games after that.
How did Kenny look last game?
Horrible.
And the reason why I'm talking about last game, because I remember last Friday when I told you all if you go back and look at our last episode, about the 32, 33 mark, I got told to take a lap. Yep. I got told to take a lap because I questioned whether Kenny Pickett was good or not. And everyone in the chat, they got on my back. They let me have it. Tate, how did he look?
You're looking good, man.
I'm not really worried about it. I mean, I think he'll get better. I think the change in coaching to Eddie Faulkner and Mike Sullivan play calling, I think it's just gonna give a boost to everybody on the offensive side of the ball. They're gonna get added juice. Imagine Jalen Warren with added juice. Imagine George Pickens with added juice and plays getting called for him. I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna see 31, 35 points, but you're gonna see an uptick in offense, and it's just the start of it. But Kenny did look bad last week, and he's looked bad in 6 and 4, 10 games. He's looked bad in the majority of 10 games, man. You know what I mean?
At least 7. He looked horrible.
I can't deny that, man. That's definitely a thing, right? Mm-hmm. This is what Kenny is.
Try. Man, that boy threw that boy in the garbage can so fast. He did a roundhouse slam on him, Pay. Bow, trash, full trash. You garbage, man. But Tate, that's just going my point. 2 games, dog. 2 games, bro. You got to go. 2 games, because you already.
But Big G, if he lose 2 games, what's the benefit in bringing in Mitch or Mason to what to finish strong and not make the playoffs? If you
we
lose,
got a shot at 6-6.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Tate, the AFC is trash. It's top heavy. It's a couple top teams. Outside of that, everybody else is in the middle.
I don't think the AFC is trash. I think just because it's so good, everybody beats everybody.
Bro, we got a shot.
I don't.
We got a shot.
Speaking as an NFC guy, the NFC is trash. So I cannot think that the AFC is also trash. And then because basically the whole league is trash. I don't know, but at 6-6, you still do have a shot because unless you want to tell me that the Bengals are going to be competitive with you, the Colts who just released a former defensive rookie of the year in Shaquille Barrett. Not Barrett, but Shaquille Leonard. And the Bills. The Bills are right now sitting outside looking in. They're a half game behind the Steelers. And I've been telling y'all all year, Josh Allen is overrated. If you lose the next 2 games, you're still alive, obviously, but I don't think you're out. And I definitely don't think if you put Mitch in, he gives you a better shot because I'll be the first to tell you, he's worse.
Yeah, Mitch is not going to help us, but I think Mason does. I mean, I'm glad I'm still sort of hot that we let go of Josh Dobbs, but that's a whole nother conversation. But out of these guys, I would much rather us take and give Mitch and put him in. Because at least in Mitch, we know what we got. We know Mitch can push the ball down the field. We know Mitch can throw, whether people don't realize it or not. Mason. Mason can throw every route on the route tree. Mitch can't, but Mason can. Mason can hit every pass on the route tree. Now, is he a sitting target? Absolutely. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. He ain't getting away from nobody. So he's in the pocket, and they coming for him. But as far as him being able to deliver the ball with some accuracy, I take Mason over all three of them. I take Mason. Mason is better, bro. So, Mitch, we skip you, dog. We going straight to Mason.
No, the one thing I think about Mason is I think Mason will take shots. Yes. And mostly take shots because he can't run to get away.
Facts.
So Mitch and Kenny, for some reason, think they can roll that little stupid roll to the right and shrink half the field for themselves, make less options to pass to. They do that, and Mason gonna sit back there in that pocket. He may get hit in the face. He may get hit with a helmet.
Yeah,
all that stuff may happen, but Mason gonna throw that ball.
Yeah, Mason will. That's all facts, and he can hit every route on the route tree. I mean, like I said, Pittsburgh people might give me the business or give Tate Boy Fresh the business about this, but I'm telling you, he as far as arm strength and accuracy, he's the best quarterback we have on our squad. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it.
Oh, you should have said that for the end of the show, G. Yeah, you should have saved that for the end of the show. That is cue him up, Tate. That is a hot take. Your quarterback 3 is the best quarterback on the roster?
As far as arm strength and accuracy, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How much? What else is there? If you got arm strength and accuracy, and you're the number 3 quarterback, what?
He hit me with pump your brakes.
What do the other 2 possess if the third one has the best arm strength and accuracy?
The coach's favor.
I
mean, if you really want to be honest, the coach's favor. I mean, listen. When we spin off and one of you guys jump on another target, I'm gonna pull up all 3 of their numbers and compare all 3 of their numbers. And I'm telling you, Mason Rudolph is more accurate than them. He's more accurate than all of them.
Well, I mean, sample size, you got to account for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna let you go do that homework. Tate, let's talk. All right, so you got your new offensive coordinator. Let's talk about him. Let's act like I don't know. Introduce me to him and tell me what makes this a positive move.
I think, Pay, that just any change right now is a positive move, right? Because, I mean, the guys they've been saying for a week, it's Tomlin losing the guys. I really think it's shown this past week that Matt Canada was losing the guys, right? Eddie Faulkner will bring. I mean, let's be realistic. We're gonna have the same playbook, right? I mean, because you can't change NFL playbook at week 12, you know. But Eddie Faulkner is going to accentuate, and the Steelers have started to run well. Accentuate the run more. I believe Mike Sullivan, the play caller, is going to accentuate the plays and throws that Kenny Pickett is good at, including going over the middle and throwing deep. I'm so tired of these smoke screens and wide receiver screens and jet sweeps. All this stuff, man, no. So let these guys come in, take the same playbook they've had, find out what works, what's been working, what the players like, and accentuate those plays. I mean, if you got a playbook with 300 plays in it, scrap 100 of them right away. Scrap 100 of them right away. Keep working on your best 200.
So you think the Steelers going to become more run heavy, more run centric? Is this going to lead more to in your opinion, is going to lead more to a timeshare, or is it time for Jaylen Warren to get majority of the snaps now? Because he had a 64-yard touchdown last week?
74.
74.
I think Jaylen Warren deserves the majority of the snap share, but that's because it's majority don't mean he turns into a workhorse. It means it might be 2015. I can see us realistically run the ball 35 times. Might be 2015. You know what I mean? You get him in there, you just reverse it. Instead of the Thunder starting out, you go ahead and get that Lightning in there, get the boys on their heels, then just start banging them in the body, man. That's what Faulkner gonna do. We finally gonna be that true bully that we talked about all preseason. That's what's great happened. You know what I mean? And that series of play calling, the last series we had the ball against Cleveland, that wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be 3 passes, take off 14 seconds. You're going to see Eddie Faulkner calling number 30, calling number 22, because they was running well, right? They had 160 yards rushing against the Browns.
Facts.
One of the top rushing defenses in the league. So you're going to see more of that, man, which is going to open up more play action.
Yeah. So I got a question to ask you guys, man. And this is a real question. Do you think that Pittsburgh, in their playbook, has any design crossing routes for both outside wide receivers or any routes where you have both tight ends run straight up the seam? Do you think that play is available in their playbook?
I would hope so. Are you talking about pick plays? Or are you talking about just like, okay.
Design, so 5-yard cross, 7-yard cross routes to open a guy up in the middle, or where you run in 12 personnel, you put one guy off the tackle, one guy with his hand down, and both guys run up the seam. Do you think they have that play or those plays?
I would hope so. I mean, those are basic staples in any offense out here, except for the Bears. We will have to see, because again, like Tate said, the playbook stays the same. I mean, that's property of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You will have some adjustments made, and you design your play calls based on your script as the week predicts. Yeah, I mean, just to answer your question, basically, I would hope so. The reason you haven't seen it, your guess is as good as mine, because you didn't have a tight end for majority of the season. Maybe that's why. Or one of your quarterbacks is a little gunshot coming to the middle.
Tate, what you think?
About the play?
Yep, about crossing routes and or tight ends running up the seams.
I would think they would have to have a rub route, right?
Yep.
This is for one of our favorites.
System overload. System overload.
Y'all know Claude in the Matrix. See his comment?
Yeah, you're talking about the O-line. The O-line is not pathetic, Claude, but that's another conversation. We're gonna get to it.
Hey, whoa. He said the O-line is pathetic and Kenny can't read defenses. Go ahead, Tate.
He might be right about Kenny can't read defenses.
Facts. That might
but,
be
I just wanted to put Claude in the matrix. That's all. But yeah, man, they gotta have that natural rub route play, man. I never seen him run it. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to practice. You line up in a bunch set. You run this way. You run this way. You get in my defender's way, and I was gonna free me to be open. I could design that play, But yeah, man. I think, like I said, I keep thinking we're gonna see a little more, man. I don't know. In all honesty, I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Because this is a Steel Curtain Network. This is fans first sports network, and I am a fan.
Absolutely.
And I'm hopeful, man. But
I just want to see, and the reason I brought that up is because I think in football, one thing feeds something else, right? So if I'm a defender and I sit down on your tape and I start hitting that clicker and I'm watching and I'm like, okay, they get 55 plays in a game and they might run a cross route once, maybe twice. They get 60 plays in a game. They don't run the 2 tight ends up the seam. So that's less I have to prepare for. So that's telling me that most of my game is going to get played as a defender, especially as a defensive back or a linebacker on the outside, where I'm going to play outside the hash marks. I don't have to worry about guarding the middle of the field. And if I don't have to guard the middle of the field, that makes it that much easier for me as a defender. Not to mention what Tate Boy Fresh said about when Kenny Pickett, his refusal to step up in the pocket and does a spin move to his right or his left every time. Well, he cuts half the field off. He's not going to throw late across his body to the middle of the field because they're going to pick it. So that's the issue. And whether or not if they're calling the plays or not, I don't know. We just haven't seen them be successful on those plays. And that's the whole 22, is that they haven't been successful on those type of plays. And those are plays that can move the sticks and take pressure off the running game, take pressure off of having to get sustained drives, and give your quarterback a little bit more confidence. That's just my thinking, man.
Okay. Last thing we got for the Steelers before we add the break.
Did you want to know about this Eddie Faulkner's resume?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, hit it.
No, well, he actually played for the Steelers in 2001, practice squad player only. Then went up to Canada, finished the year in Canada for the Edmonton Eskimos. No real big football career. He played at Wisconsin though in college, so he's a Big Ten player. As a coach, he started as a running back coach at Anderson in Indiana, and then with the Ball State as a grad assistant and running backs, special teams coordinator, running offensive coordinator, running back coach at Ball State in 2009, 2010. Northern Illinois running back coach and special teams coordinator. Since in 2012, Pittsburgh Steelers running back coach. 2012, Wisconsin tight end coach. 13 through 18, tight ends, fullback, special teams coordinator for NC State. And from 19 until today, his running back coach is now / offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Intern offensive coordinator. So he has some experience at game planning and creating a game plan against an opponent and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm still just hopeful, man. I mean, I wasn't hopeful when Matt Canada was. I was like, man, I hope we can get this win today. But now I have a little more hopefulness in me.
Got it.
What you think is smart, Pay McAfee? Go ahead, man.
Man, no, I'm happy that you all are elated with your moves this season.
But you know what, Pay? The real saver for us is going to be, if this season doesn't pan out, we know we getting Justin Fields next year.
Oh, that is an excellent segue. 30 seconds before we go ahead and take our break. Everybody in the live chat, can you do me one favor? Can you tell us what do you think the score will be for the Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati Bengals game will be? Just go ahead and throw it in the chat. And also, when you got a little time, head on over to the Bear Claw podcast. I got a video for you for all you Steeler fans that might be interested in Justin Fields. Check it out. And for everybody else, we're going to go ahead and take this break. Everybody watching live on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else, just stick with us for a second.
Welcome back to the Homies podcast on Friday nights. Freaky Friday, Payday in the building, Tate Boy Fresh in the building. We got a lot to chop up on the Homies podcast. Thank you all for listening to us on Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network. Make sure you check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And you know how we get it down. We get down on the show. We need them algorithms pumping, y'all. Them algorithms got to be jumping off tonight for the show for sure. So, Payday, let's get to the second half, bro. Let's do what we do.
Let's do it, man. So,
real quick, I want Big G to answer George's question.
What's George's question? Why would the Steelers want another? George, that is not necessarily a justified question because Justin Fields and Mitch Trubisky are two completely different quarterbacks. The reason why the Steelers would want Justin Fields is because his team, Chicago, has been horrible, and he's proved that he's a suitable quarterback for NFL. Now, Tate Boy Fresh is a little bit more in on Justin Fields than I am. I'm saying either Justin Fields or there's going to be 6 NFL first-round draft picks this upcoming 2024 draft. You can get our list. You check us out on the Homies podcast overtime tonight where you see our 6 lists of teams or players that we think will be first-round quarterbacks. But there's 7 serviceable quarterbacks, and then I count Kirk Cousins and or Murray as the other quarterbacks available. But that's if we decide that KP8 is not the guy. So that's what I'm saying, bro. He said, this is the Homies, Big G. Yeah, man. Hey, look, man, it's been a bluff couple of days, bro. I appreciate you, though, Claude. Thank you, Tim, for the $2.
Damn, you messing up the pump your brakes and the Homies and Tim and Claude.
Yep.
But I say Justin Fields is a first-round pick, definitely a first-round talent. A month ago before he got hurt, he had 2 back-to-back games with 300-plus yards and 8 touchdowns in 2 games. Kenny Pickett has never. You get a little bit more mobility from the pocket. You get a system that fits him. He just becomes another weapon with George Pickens, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, your Pat Fryermuth. I mean, so and he's still on a rookie deal. That should be the last deal. If he hits, you got to give him a little bit of bread. But then you got your quarterback. You can't go wrong if they trade him for a second or a third or something like that. You go ahead and kick the tires on and bring in competition for Kenny.
I agree in total, but I don't know if we get it for a second or third. But I agree that you have to. If Kenny Pickett ain't the guy, you got to bring in competition for him.
Justin Fields ain't going for no first, no more than a second, maybe 2 seconds, maybe a second and third. He ain't going for a first, Big G.
I feel you. That's not what Payday say, but I feel you.
Go ahead and check out. In fact, just make sure you subscribe to the Bear Club podcast. Go ahead and jump on those rhythms wherever you get your pods, Apple, Google, Spotify. You know the drill. But if you want to hear the exact clip and where we talk about Pittsburgh in its relation to Justin Fields, maybe this coming off season, go ahead and check out the Bear Club podcast on YouTube. We got that clip. It's a couple of videos down. Just check it out. You'll see it. Not too far. In fact, watch them all until you find it. But
hey,
can you throw up some of those? Can you throw up some of those final score predictions that our good people in the chat fam have put out there? Tate, I mean not Tate, but G. What were you saying?
Man, they over there tripping, talking about Cardale Jones and this, that, and this for Chicago. Let me ask the live chat a question. Who's better between Justin Fields and KP8 today? Since we got some serviceable, knowledgeable folks out there, who's better between KP8 and Justin Fields today? That's a simple answer.
Is Cardale still in the USFL?
Cardale ain't playing football nowhere, bro. He in the CO.
Hey, go ahead and read some of these scores, man.
So we got My favorite NFL player calls me dad. 28-14, them Steelers, as he said, them Steelers winning by two tutties. Raw Havana. Steelers 3, Bengals 2.
That's a trip. That is hilarious.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. In fact, I think that's the most accurate score I've seen in the chat. Afton, what's up, Afton? Happy Friday. Happy holidays. One of our chat fam generals.
Yeah.
She's got 17-21 Steelers. And Claude Bishop. You know my man Claude. 24-13 Cincinnati Bengals, as he puts it. Taking it home by 11. Ooh, they gonna score 24 on y'all?
Claude's so biased, man. Claude, you a hater, man. I'm about to get a sign just for you that says hater. You're a hater, man. Come on.
All right, Jay. I got a question for you, man. So
yeah,
it's going the Bengals. I'm sorry. My bad, Tim. My bad running through the jungle universe. The Cincinnati Bengals. They are down. They're the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's season is over.
Yeah.
The Ravens still got another quarterback in the division. Let's talk about this game coming up on Sunday. You got the 30th ranked offense with a new OC, new direction with KP8 heading to see the Bengals. The Bengals defense has been improving, has had an uptick recently.
Yeah.
Is there a legitimate argument that anybody can say the Pittsburgh Steelers don't win this game?
That they don't or that they do?
They don't.
There's no legit argument.
Basically, what needs to happen for Pittsburgh to lose?
KP8 throws for less than 160 yards, and we have two turnovers. 2 turnovers, and KP8 throws for less than 150 yards, we're going to lose. That's the exact script for loss. KP8 throws for more than 150 yards, we don't have any turnovers, and we move the ball down the field and accent the running game, we win. I mean, they're down T. Higgins, they're down Joe Burrow. Even though their defense, they're down their number one cornerback, that Brick kid. They're down all those guys, man. There's no excuse for Pittsburgh not to walk into Cincinnati and smack these boys. I mean, for Cincinnati to come to Pittsburgh and we smack them. There's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse. But because it's been a dramatic change, which we fired a coach first time since 1941, as my boy Tate Boy Fresh pointed out on the podcast on Wednesday, ain't no telling what's going to happen. But what's really got to happen for the Steelers, your pride got to show up, dog. You got to have pride in the fact, or be a little pissed off that you got your coach fired. So now you got him fired. Maybe you got the bad apple out the bunch, like I said on Wednesday night. So let's see what's cracking. Let's see what's going on come Sunday. And there's no excuse for them to lose. But less than 150 and 2 turnovers, we lost. We lost. Tate, what you think?
Man, I think I don't think that really has anything to do with it. I think if they play the game within the game, I don't think Kenny Pickett has to throw for any certain amount. It'd be nice. I think they run the ball. Cincinnati is a 30th ranked run defense.
Yep.
I think you run the ball and you heat Jake Browning. You heat him up.
I don't disagree.
Your last game, you played a team also in the division, also without their quarterback one. And that didn't go too well. It got somebody fired. Lessons learned from that would be you need to run the ball a lot more. Agree or not?
And push the ball vertically up the field.
Agree. In the past,
I don't think you can do both of those. Not with the quarterback you got. You're gonna have to take one or the other.
But Pay, it's about more than just winning the game. We need to win the game, but we need to change the karma around the team. And in order to do that, you got to be able to at least take some shots and hit some shots.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe you run the ball more. I mean, maybe, but 160 yards, that's running the ball a lot. The problem with that game was they didn't complete passes, and you saying run the ball more to limit Kenny Pickett's exposure from passing the ball. No, Kenny got to be able to pass the ball.
Facts. Total facts, Tate. He got to be and he's got to be accurate to where the wide receivers don't have to make an Odell Beckham catch every time they go for the ball. Because a lot of times that's what be going on, bro. All you got to do is go catch that Patreon all 22 film on KP8 and watch how many throws he misses. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Okay. So from the Bengals perspective, they've got to obviously they got to figure out how to stop the run. I believe, as you said, as you put it out there, Faulkner has been with the running. He's knows running back. He's been with the guys for years. I think that is right there. It's written in stone. They're going to run the ball down their throat. Their Bengals haven't proven they can stop the run. The Steelers need to run. Their running game has been improved over the last month, maybe. I think they're going to try to protect Kenny Pickett. So the Bengals' best chance to win this game is they got to force them into third and longs, and they got to come after Kenny. They got to force the game into Kenny's hands and be what's the word? Have an offense that's unexpected, be a little unconventional, catch you all on your back heels, and try to sneak a couple of touchdowns out of you. There's no way I see them scoring 28. I forgot who said that. Claude. It's probably Claude that said that. They score 28. I don't. If that happens with a backup quarterback on Pittsburgh's defense, I think your defensive coordinator might need to be next.
Yeah. Listen. It's eventually going to lead to the guy that a lot of us don't want it to see it lead to. Now, when it'll happen, probably not in a million years. But listen, bro, you get paid in the NFL to manage a team and make a team win. Tomlin's never had a losing season. Let's not start this year. So if that means he got to make dramatic changes, make them.
Well, but I agree with you, Big G. And the dramatic change would be turn Kenny loose, good or bad. You got a defense to get the ball back. You can't keep masking this problem and trying to hide Kenny.
Yeah.
If you're going to make any noise, if you're going to go on any kind of win streak right here, the defense is giving you the pass.
Yeah.
Because they loading up on the run.
Yeah.
And in order for Pittsburgh to be the best version of themselves, even this year, Kenny still got to hit some passes, man. You cannot limit his exposure.
Yeah.
You can't. You got to take the training wheels off, good or bad. You know how it was paid, Big G. You out there with your dad riding your bike. He holding his hand on the seat behind you, took the training wheels off.
Yep.
You know, you ride about 30, 40 feet. You happy, feeling good about yourself, and bam, you fall.
Yep.
Scar your knees up, scrape your knees up, but you get up and you do it again.
Yep.
Still got to cut Kenny loose, man.
Yeah. If not, to the bench. One way or the other.
To the bench.
To the bench. If not, to the bench.
All right. So we got a few minutes. Let's try to squeeze these other two teams in the division. The Cleveland Browns are traveling to the Mile High City to see Denver. Denver has won, 3 games in a row? They completely turned their season around. They are five in a row. Well, no. They couldn't have won 5 in a row. They're 5-5 right now. So
5 and 6.
Four. They were 1-5. They were 1-5.
Right.
5 and 6.
So they're
4 in a row.
right. So they're turned their whole season around. They are hot right now. Your boy Russie, he's cooking something.
Russie
cooking something.
Russie ain't cooking, but he's playing well, but he ain't cooking.
Like what? 20 touchdowns and 4 interceptions?
I'm about to fact check you, though. Go ahead, keep talking.
All right, but the Cleveland Browns, they still got the number 1 defense. They going in there to see them. No Watson, that might be a plus. No Chubb. It hasn't come back to hurt him yet. It looks like Pittsburgh is going to have some help, because I don't see Cleveland beating them. I don't see Cleveland beating Denver. Denver's going to give Pittsburgh some help. Win or lose. If Cleveland's at 7-3 right now, they're the number 1 wild card in the AFC. I think they go 7-4. We'll talk about that in overtime. Give our final predictions. But Tate, what do you see out of this game?
Man, I see. I'm in the pool, a pick 'em pool. We pick all the games. I pick Denver, man. I think Denver's defense has been playing really well. I think Russ can get squeeze a little more juice out of Cleveland's defense than DTR can out of Denver's defense that's been playing well the past month. We're talking about the top 5 defense the past month. So that's basically what I'm going off. I'm going off my boy Russ once again. Y'all know I stick with Russ tight.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
Straight
I
facts.
think Russ, like I said, squeeze a little more juice out that squeeze than what DTR can against Denver's defense.
At some point,
Tim ain't Big G.
Yep. Yes. Straight up. R2D2 in the building. Got him.
You realize that, Pay? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Hey, but Tate, while he fixes his mic, I'm gonna tell you something. I got to give you credit where credit is due, bro. Hey, man, you said that George Pickens needs to play more like Cam Sutton. And if we could get Pickens to play like Cam Sutton, Cortland Sutton, I would be so happy, bro. I would be so happy, man. Because Sutton out there making plays, bro.
Yeah, I said all those catches you seen Sutton make, George Pickens is very capable of making those very same catches.
Man, he out there making plays. He making Rusty look good, bro. So
Sutton's overrated.
Hey, Pay.
Overrated.
You a hater, Pay.
You know what? Hey, but I gotta say this though. I see you coming back. You right on my tail with fantasy football now, man.
You surprised? It's what I do, man. You use the training wheels analogy. It's a lot of cats had to step over that still got the training wheels on their bike. Still the training wheels on their team. So I had to move past them. I'm on my roadster.
You let them loose? You let them loose, Pay?
Let them loose.
That's what
number 2 scoring team in the league. Just FYI also.
Facts.
I'm still number 1, right?
No. You are number 1 in the standings, not number 1 in the scoring. That's
one. I only know one thing that matters right now. As long as I stay number 1.
Maybe. All right, but last game for the division before we start wrapping this up. The Sunday night game. We got Baltimore going to LA. What was that? Critic Cal, you said a couple of weeks back, Tate?
Critic Cal.
Critic Cal.
Critic Cali.
Yeah, now it's Baltimore's chance to get up on those Chargers.
We ain't have our chance. We played the Rams when we went.
Oh, that's right. You played the Rams. Trash.
Full trash.
If you all have been paying attention to the Chargers over the last couple of seasons, for the Brandon Staley era, they are experts in losing games in spectacular fashion. And I know you all have been paying attention to the Baltimore Ravens. They are experts in letting teams hang around and then beat them. This is one of those games where one of those is going to happen. It's ordained. I can see it now. Baltimore is going to exert their force in the first half, maybe half of the third quarter, but they're not going to outright defeat the Chargers. They're going to let Herbert hang around, and then something crazy is going to happen in that fourth quarter. I don't know for what team, but I can see it happening.
So you saying that the Chargers got a puncher's chance against the Ravens? That's what you're trying to tell me, Pay?
The number 1 team in the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens, they have a problem with playing 60 minutes on a consistent basis. That gives everyone they play a puncher's chance, especially if the team is good. Now, I'm not calling the Chargers good. Their results are not commensurate with the talent. Therefore, that is not a good team. However, if you let them hang around, they have the talent to beat you.
That's saying a lot, man. But Staley, listen, like as fast as we ran Matt Cadden out the building, and we got to talk about adios muchachos, Staley should have been gone, y'all. It should have been adios muchachos for him a long time ago, bro. He horrible. He is the worst coach in the NFL. So anybody up against him, I'm gonna take the opposing team. I mean, even if it's the Arizona Cardinals, just because of how horrible of a coach he is. And now he done lost Joey Bosa for the season. Oh, come on, dog.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Joey Bosa was out for the season. I thought he was just going to IR.
No, he gone, dog. He ain't coming back. It's over with. Yep. So yeah, they They still got Khalil Mack. Yeah, adios, muchachos, my friend. Adios, bye-bye. They still got Khalil Mack, but man, nah. They can score, but he finds ways to lose. He's a horrible coach. Horrible coach.
They find ways to lose in spectacular fashion. That last week they should have beat the Packers, and this was not on Staley. Quentin Johnson, their number 1 draft pick out of TCU. If you remember TCU, he was killing in the playoffs last year.
Destroying him.
A complete dog. He had beat his man by what? He had like 5 yards of separation down the sideline. Herbert put it in his breadbasket, and he just dropped it. Oh, that was a tough way to lose that game.
You know why? Because he hasn't learned how to catch the ball with his hands. He's super talented, but he catches everything into his body. That was his criticism coming into the draft, and that's why he failed. Because he can't, i.e. Jackson Smith-Njigba might have made the catch of the year last night with Seattle because he knows how to catch the ball with his freaking hands. So, it's a big difference in as far as what he does. He has the physical tools, but he can't catch the ball.
If that wasn't the catch of the year, another Ohio State receiver had it when it was Garrett Wilson against who was that against? Was it against Kansas City?
Might have been. Oh, yeah. KC. Show was Sunday Night Football.
But yeah, man, I got Justin Herbert lighting the Ravens defense up, man. That back end.
Is that a little
I'm wrong.
Is that some fantasy bias in there a little bit?
That's fantasy bias. That's division bias. That's AFC North bias. That's homies bias. That's bias
I already know there's going to be division bias baked into everything you all say. Both of you address the same, so I know you all going to say the same thing at some point too. But I just want to know we started this segment talking about our fantasy league, and you just had to see my defense is the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm going against one of our cousins. Shout out Mike Tate. He has Justin Herbert as his quarterback. It just so happens that Herbert's going to cook that defense, huh?
Well, I can care less about Justin Herbert. That's just a product of what I need the Chargers to do and Keenan Allen to do for my fantasy team.
So I was right. All right, man. So I think we both.
I'm playing Big T.
Yep. And I started out straight trash. 3 players, and I barely got 40 points. It ain't looking good.
Oh, so your season about over then, huh?
Yeah, 4-7, dog. It's a wrap. 4-7. 4-7, man. It's a wrap.
Dang, man. Dang. Last year title game. This year first one eliminated.
Yep. I think it goes down like that, bro. It goes down like that, man.
Them the breaks. Maybe you get the number 1 pick next year.
No, I don't want the number 1 pick. Not a fantasy football. Never.
Most of y'all draft ridiculously with the number 1 pick, man. You need to see players. You need to have options taken from you. Therefore you won't mess it up.
I swear to God, I'm never going running back ever again in life. I'm not doing it no more because the way that the points are, I'm getting me a WR and a quarterback early.
That's the way you're supposed to do it. But, it's enough fantasy talk. Let's go ahead and start closing this down so we can take our bathroom breaks and get ready for OT. I'm going to kick it to you first, Big G. You already gave us one spicy take. I know that means you got something else in the chamber that's even hotter. Hit us with it.
Man, first of all, thank you guys all for listening to the Homies Podcast on Friday night with me, Payday, and Tate Boy Fresh. I assassinated the name about 12 times on the pod tonight, but it's all good, man. Y'all know what you're watching. You know what you're rocking with, so we appreciate y'all for sure, man. Hey, man, I get out with the burner, man, but I'm going to swing the burner towards the overtime because I'm talking about these boys right here, man. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about and I ain't been talking loud. I ain't been talking crazy. But guess what? It's T-minus less than 24. Bruh, Buckeye boys going to Ann Arbor to get the dub. We going to Ann Arbor to get the dub, bruh. That's all you need to know. We going to Ann Arbor to get the dub. That's what's happening. I'm trying to tell you, Buckeye boys 24, Michigan 13.
I thought you were saving the burner for OT.
Oh, I got some more stuff to say that's even more.
Oh, wow. There's more. Okay.
Oh,
All
yes.
right.
Oh, yes.
All right. Make sure you all come back for our second hour of power, Homies OT, where we talk about Harbaugh and the Ohio State Buckeyes for about 55 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my say on my chest. You guys, it was a rough week for me. This is the first time in my life I felt like, I can honestly say I felt prejudiced. I felt like Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay, he told the Athletic this week, he feels prejudiced. And I said, you know what? I felt it too. Last week I said, hey, Kenny Pickett ain't been holding his weight. And everybody looked at me and said, hey man, we don't take that from you because you're not a part of Steel Curtain Nation. We don't want to hear that from you. We don't want to hear that from you. All I did was run with what I thought was blatantly obvious to everybody. And just because of the colors I wear and the way that I talk, no one respected what I had to say. Jim Irsay, I feel you, dog. I feel you, man. It's no fun when people take the way you look and take the way you act and make assumptions about you. I hate it.
Jim Irsay can get to kicking rocks, dog. He can get to kicking some rocks. That's all I got to say about Mr. Irsay. Get to kicking.
If you all haven't heard what Jim Irsay said, I use this off time to go ahead and look it up. Just type in Jim Irsay into your Bing box or your Google machine and see the first thing that pops up. Yeah. Very classic comedy. Comedy.
Straight kicking. Automatic. Right now. Get to kicking. Tate Boy Fresh, man. We never get a Tate, man. This is one of the first time in a long time. We get a Tate. What's up with the Tate, bro?
Hashtag Tate.
Yeah, we can call it Tate. I'm doing somebody dirty.
Ooh, filling it for the B-Dirt.
I feel it's going to be maize and blue dirty. I feel it. I feel it coming.
I'm not even going there, man. You know who I'm directing this towards? Steeler Nation. My people.
Ooh.
Steeler Nation.
Our peoples.
Kevin Colbert, Mike Tomlin.
Ooh.
Note I say Kevin Colbert, Mike Tomlin.
Ooh.
Not all time. He wasn't here for this one. Ooh. What I'm talking about is, did y'all watch that game the other night, the Monday night game?
Yep.
I did.
Who won?
Denver, wasn't it? No, not Denver. The Philadelphia Eagles.
They won, right?
Yeah, 21-17.
That one night for that one game, who was the best quarterback on the field?
Jalen Hurts.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. In the year of our Lord and Savior, 2020.
Yep.
The Pittsburgh Steelers had a chance to draft Jalen Hurts. At pick number 52, he went in the second round to Philly. The Steelers had pick 49. Now, I was one of the people in all the Steeler community saying the Steelers need to draft Jalen Hurts. Pay, I feel like you felt with what you said about Kenny Pickett. This was 3 years ago. 3.5 years ago now.
Yep.
They let me have it. Oh, he's no good. He can't throw. He's a running back. Blah, 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 blah. So I ask you now, where would the Pittsburgh Steelers be with Jalen Hurts right now?
Super Bowl.
Boy, that makes sense. He took Philly to the Super Bowl last year. He done won like 20 out of his last 30 starts. I mean, and I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the league. He's not the best passer, but he's the best leader, and he's tough, and he's a winner. And that would have perfectly fit the Pittsburgh Steelers' identity at quarterback. You know, now I'm looking back in retrospect, but I was saying this in 2020, though. I was saying get Jalen Hurts. And a lot of you guys out there weren't rolling with me. So now every time I watch the Eagles play, and the 28 out of the last 30 games, they've won. They lost the Super Bowl. They've been there. I just think about back then, man. We could have had the guy. The only player we'd be short right now is we wouldn't have Joey Porter Jr. possibly. because we wouldn't have got Chase Claypool, which is who we traded for Joey Porter Jr. The pick that was Joey Porter Jr. So, and then pay, it would have saved you some stuff too with your Bears, man. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so that's who I'm doing dirty. The Pittsburgh Steeler Nation that didn't rock with me. Kevin Colbert, Mike Tomlin, and whichever of you other guys that made that decision to take Chase Claypool over Jalen Hurts.
Pay, he lit him up like my Christmas tree, dog. He lit him up straight up like the Christmas tree rocking over there, dog. Somebody got to be answering for that. Great take, Tate. Great take. Pay.
Speaking of Chase Claypool, go to the Bear Claw at Hallis Hall YouTube page. Check out that video in which we discuss Chase Claypool, Steelers, Justin Fields ad nauseum. It's only like a 75-second clip. Check it out. I'll answer all your questions. But Chase Claypool over Jalen Hurts, it's a fireable offense. And I know fireable offenses because my general manager he's on thin ice, buddy.
Claude said we would have ruined Jalen Hurts.
Let me tell you something about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts can get you 1 yard when you need it. And that's a lot of games come down to that. Winning in the trenches. And Jalen Hurts wins in the trenches every time.
Man, let's get up out of here, man, so we can set this thing up for the homies overtime.
That's
Hey, take us to the crib, dog. You know how we get out.
Thank you for rocking with us. Again, every Friday, #Freaky Friday on a holiday weekend. If you ain't got nothing else going on, come back and check us out for Homies Overtime. It's going to be right here. Same bad time, same bad channel on the Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Sports Network, all over Facebook. We got you. We're going to talk all the NFL news. We're definitely going to get onto this big game in the Big Ten. And we got our picks. You already know how we get down. Also, if you outside of football, basketball season started. We got the Rather Cavalier podcast hosted by yours truly, Tate Boy Fresh, Big G. They are always in. One of the best basketball podcasts on the Fans First Sports Network universe. You definitely don't want to miss that. Also in basketball, we got the Chi City Bulletin Board hosted by me and all my Chicago brethren. Check that out as well. Level Up Podcast, your college football, all of your news and notes, takes, picks for all Saturday, hosted by Big G Stradamus.
Yeah.
We got, as the aforementioned, like 5 times this episode, the Bear Claw by me also. And do not skip out on Pump Your Brakes every Wednesday right here on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Google, Spotify, hosted by these two fine gentlemen, G and Tate, and the triple OG, Shannon White.
Facts.
Last but not least, our homie that's not here, B Dirt. He's in Ann Arbor. Sorry. He's going to have us. He's doing some field work for us, so you definitely want to check out Overtime. As you can see him in the field, talking to all the fans, probably drinking on tables, all that nonsense. But you definitely don't want to miss his show. Running Through the Jungle is a classic. It's good entertainment. AFC North, everything evolved there. And that's where you also can get your pay dirt. You can catch it here with him or with me. You don't want to miss none of this entertainment, none of this football talk, none of this sports talk in general. Hang out with the homies, share it with a friend, make your homie our homie.
And as for that, y'all.
Hey man, I thought we was gonna get out a whole episode without a Freaky Friday reference.
No,
we pierced that one way long ago.
Hey, Pay, go ahead and take us home the old school way.
Arrest Brett Favre.